The fifth generation of mobile communications. 5 reasons to oppose it.
The new generation of mobile communications, 5G, is to be introduced in Switzerland as well as in the EU countries by 2020. 5G is the name of the new mobile network, which is said to connect everything with the internet. For example, cars with cars and with a traffic guidance system. The heart rate monitor with a doctor. Public garbage cans with the garbage disposal service. 5 reasons why to oppose this new generation of 5G mobile communications everywhere, not just in Switzerland. First, massive increase of exposure to radiation by 5G.
Because you cannot penetrate walls with 5G short wavelength anymore, every individual house facade has to be radiated. As a consequence, many new antennas are needed for 5G, which will be situated at very low heights in urban areas and at a distance from 10 to 12 houses. In addition to that, thousands of wireless connections from refrigerators, washing machines, surveillance cameras, self-driving cars, etc. will be part of the Internet of Things. All this leads to an exponential increase in the long-term external impact on living organisms. Therefore, a rapid increase of health-related problems, especially cancer, and increasing healthcare expenditures have to be taken into account.
Second, serious health-related consequences through mobile communications radiation.
Way back in 2011, the WHO classified high-frequency electromagnetic radiation as potentially carcinogenic, which placed it on the same level as the pesticide DDT, which had a highly toxic effect on insects and was prohibited almost worldwide. Scientific studies show that the current threshold limits for mobile communication are causing damage to health, specifically cancer and other dangerous sicknesses. An Italian study from 2001 proved that children living in the vicinity of a mobile communications antenna suffered from leukemia at an increased rate of 220%, with a much weaker transmission strength existing at that time. 2004, a study from Naila in Upper Franconia, Germany, over a 10-year period, showed that within a 400-meter radius of a mobile communications antenna, the cancer rate increased by 300%. How much more is it today? The costs for chemotherapy to treat a brain tumor amount to around 20,000 euros.
Third, current threshold values do not offer any protection either.
The Swiss Federal Council threshold values were industry specified, following technical and economical considerations, not health-related aspects. The threshold value considers only the thermal effect, but mobile communication radiation is harmful at a cellular level, and this kind of damage cannot be measured by an increase of temperature. Humans do not get warm from radio radiation, they get ill.
Fourth, false threshold values.
The assertion that mobile communication threshold values would be 10 times lower in Switzerland is a decade-old fraud from the mobile communication lobbyists. The emission threshold limit is internationally harmonized and is also applied in Switzerland. It is 41 to 61 volts per meter. The 10 times lower installation threshold values of 4 to 6 volts per meter is only regulated by law in Switzerland in locations of sensitive use, where people are staying for a longer period of time. Emission threshold limit and installation threshold value cannot be compared with each other because the differing measuring values result from differing measuring distances. An EU antenna radiates as strongly as a Swiss antenna.
Fifth, undemocratic proceedings from the Swiss Federal Office and Federal Councillor Doris Leuthard.
5G can only be introduced with the threshold values being raised as well. On March 5, 2018, the Swiss Council of States decided not to raise the threshold values a second time. The BAKOM, BACOM, Federal Office for Communication, ignores this decision and cunningly changes the measuring methods in order to continue to be able to affect higher radiation thresholds. The threshold value is now to be calculated over a 24-hour period, instead of complying with the measured peak value as is the international custom. Despite the decision of the Council of States, new frequencies will be put up for auction in January 2019, which according to COMCOM, the Commission of Communication, are of highest importance for the introduction of 5G. Bottom line, whoever is paving the way for the introduction of 5G bears full responsibility for the population's health.